Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. Cool. So this is Alex from Toronto, and I'm from, we both live in, we're in Wellington now. We're Canadians in Wellington, so we're gonna do a haircut today, and we're gonna do a wardrobe change. And we're not gonna. You don't want the dress. You want this. But I didn't find a skirt. Over. So here's our wardrobe change. You look a little bit business. It's business time, and we're gonna do a haircut.
Never dressed up for a haircut before.
Never dressed up for a haircut before. It's always a first for any. And so we're going. Yeah, we're cutting a lot off, and we're gonna make you look like you're from 1978ish, late 70s. Yeah, cool, fun. And I'll grab the mirror and show the back, spin the chair so people can see what you currently have. Cool. And I'll spin it. Yeah, it is cool hair. But let's cut it off. And so for capes, there's I've got stripy one, I've got pink, I've got purple. I'm thinking for you stripy.
Yeah, it will go with the blazer.
Yeah, it will go with the blazer. And I'm thinking we'll leave the blazer on for the haircut. So you have bulkier shoulders, you look more assertive. And we're gonna make you look business. And come on over, we're gonna wash your hair. Come this way. And here we are from Canadians, Toronto.
T-Dot.
T-Dot. Never heard that for ages, too. Living the dream. Living on an island in the South Pacific. The haircut we're doing, that was popular with Vidal Sassoon in the 70s anyway. It's just short. But it's cool, it's fun. And then just do a wash and wear version of it when we're done, but we're gonna blow dry it like that too and everything. And yeah, make it like it's 1978. Now, where would be the mall in 1978 in West Toronto?
I wasn't around yet.
No, I know, but it's before you're around, but I'm just thinking what mall would have been. What's the name of the mall on East Windward West Mall? There was the mall.
The name maybe, but
yeah.
I would go to like Dufferin.
Dufferin Mall would be one. Yeah, Dufferin Mall would be one.
Sherway Gardens.
Sherway Gardens. They go to all those things. Like get your haircut at the mall. Yeah, get your haircut at the mall back in 1970 something. I was like, oh, we'll get your haircut. I'll go easier on the fringe. I won't go oh, maybe
I
we'll go
have bangs now.
I got bangs now. Maybe I'll go. What does Mom say? Is that good, or was one shorter? You have to do a plain
She just said because of the face shape that bangs maybe aren't the best for her.
Is that what Mom's saying? I don't know. The coin toss will determine. We do it as a laugh on the channel. Is that short enough? I just don't think it should be shorter. See what it, so heads is shorter, tails is good enough. It's funny, we do this all the time. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it, it's just it's funny. See what it says. So heads is tails is oh, Mom says shorter, didn't he? Yeah. I Nah, but we're doing, you got the business suit on though. Now, a girl in her 20s getting her haircut in the mall in 1978 because she's got a job interview. Mom gave you, what would a haircut cost back then? About $7? So mom gave you $10 to go to the mall and get a haircut. As you know, you need a job. Yeah, I'm going to Toronto in June. I've been to Toronto for 9 years.
What?
Yeah, I stopped going.
Almost a decade.
I became comfortable on my island in the South Pacific. So I stopped going. And then some of my family came here, you know, best way to come see my daughters and all this, just come here and see them. But I have to go there now.
And June would be a nice time, I think, for the
Yeah,
wedding.
I did want to go in the summer because it was going to be a bit hot.
Did you have your flights?
Yeah, we booked them yesterday.
Okay. What kind of layovers and stuff do you have?
Oh, to Vancouver. I'm only going to go through Vancouver from now on. Because if you get
Auckland or?
Yeah, you know, Wellington to Auckland, Auckland to Vancouver. And we'll only go through Vancouver from now on because if you get stranded in a stopover, you're stranded in Vancouver.
Nice.
I mean, in the past, I've been stranded in LA with my daughter when she was a baby. That was a nightmare.
The LAX?
Yeah, it was a nightmare. If I'm stranded in Vancouver, I'm stranded in Vancouver. You know, I always got a crazy uncle out there that I can give a call, go for dinner. I'm like, we're stranded. Oh, I'll come get you. Well, we're going to go visit him anyway. And then if something happens, we're like, oh, looks like you're here for longer. Yeah, they love it. Best family in Vancouver. And my family, they're all like new, like that part of my family, they're all Newfie background. But they all moved from Newfoundland to Vancouver decades ago. So it's just a bunch of old Newfies.
That's across the whole nation.
Yeah, they drove across.
Wow.
They got in the car and drove across, you know, when they were young. And none of my family's in Newfoundland anymore. Some are in Toronto, and lots of them are in Vancouver now. But that's what happened. Vancouver joined Canada in 1949. And then when Newfoundland joined Canada, that means you can move to Canada, right? Because now you became naturalized Canadian citizens. And so sometime in the mid-50s that all my Newfies in my background moved out west to BC.
Kind of reminds me of Wellington.
Yeah.
Mountains and the sea.
Yeah. It's a nice place on the ocean. I like living in Halifax, but I like living here more. It'll feel good having it short again now.
I keep finding though I time haircuts not with the seasons as
Right.
maybe I should.
Right. That's also a very Toronto thing I've heard in the past. I've heard Toronto girls say that I always cut my hair short in November.
Yeah.
I mean, you see, you're from that background too. But one of my friends said it best. She says, "I always get a short haircut in November," and I say, "Why?" She goes, "Because picture day was always in November, and Mom always took you for a haircut before picture day, And also, shorter hair goes better with hats in the winter. And summer it gets longer, and then it's long enough for ponytails. So she said for her, her whole life since she was a kid, the major haircuts was always in November for picture day. And then over the year it would grow back, and then by the time like May, June rolls around, it's hotter. It's long enough again for ponytails and stuff. And so she's like, gets that urge every November to cut her hair off. So you're probably, that's linked to your growing up in Toronto.
Maybe.
This picture day was in November, and your mother would, we need to get you a haircut. Picture day, because back then, I don't know, it's your generation, but most of the kids back then have to have a haircut before picture day. And one of my clients in Toronto said that. I'm like, oh my god, that's so true, that's so funny.
So if you're going back in June, you can see the new like Spadina Blur intersection. As used to be.
Is that a thing to look at
From
now?
Bathurst or
Spadina and Bloor?
well, just the annex how it's transformed.
Oh, that blew my mind.
Yeah.
I don't recognize it. I know. I won't recognize it.
Me neither.
Yeah. We'll be in that area anyway because I want to take the kids to the Royal Ontario Museum, the ROM. Because I haven't seen the Royal Ontario Museum since they've renovated it.
And with the crystal exterior and everything.
Yeah, and I've seen it from the exterior. Like I think they did it when I was in Toronto at one time, but I didn't go into the museum. So, but you know, you need, you know, not kids, I'll do it with them, but with, you know, me, I'm like, oh, that looks cool from the outside, but I'm not gonna take the time to go in there.
Yeah, it's not free like here.
No, that's true. It's not. That's common in Canada. Like even our National Gallery in Ottawa is not free, but in USA, like the Smithsonian is free. Wellington is free. Like I think every national gallery in the world should be free because you're hosting the world, right? They're coming to your nation, you're hosting them. So I think everything, like our national gallery here is free. But Canada, that's a letdown that they charge to access what should be public anyway. And yeah, when you're hosting the world coming here, you should accommodate because they're your guests in your nation. So that concept of charging, I don't agree with, especially when it's government, crown corporations. Yeah, the Americans got that one right. New Zealand got that one right. Your waves are coming out more. Your curls are coming out more. I like it better. Short hair.
Yeah, it changes too when it's just wet and then
Yeah.
after I brush it, it always gets like
Yep.
different texture.
But we have to do a really good blow dry first, and then we can wash it out and do a natural dry. Well, not ridiculous, like 70s. Blow dry like 1970s in the mall. Big volume, relative round brushing. And mom's like, oh, that's better. I was getting so worried about you. My favorite Jewish mother in Toronto is Geddy Lee's mother. You ever see her? You know the singer from Rush? He's a Jewish guy. I've actually seen him at parties. I've been at house parties before and he was there. But I never talked to him because I'm like, I don't know what to talk to him about. But his mother's the best. Like she's got that Toronto accent. I was so worried about him, but then I saw him on the TV and I went, oh, he's an entertainer. He's got best accent. He's from Bathurst as well. They grew up Bathurst in Finch area. He's an entertainer. And now Geddy Lee's mother is best friends with Dave Grohl's mother from Foo Fighters. Like those two are like that now.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to say how they met, but probably their sons.
They would have met through their kids. You raised these kids back then and you were worried about them. And now they become world famous rock stars and you're like, oh, now I don't have to worry about them, because you were worried about what path they're going to, especially the Jewish brothers, because they came over from all the hardships in Europe and they want the best for their kids. And then, he's in the basement and they grow their hair long and they're in the music and I was so worried. No, her mom's the best. His mom's the best. I can't do her accent perfectly, but I love it. I've seen her on YouTube a couple of times talking. I'm like, oh, she's the best.
I have to check these videos.
Yeah. And he's so Toronto. But they were a Rush when they were young. They were young from Toronto, and then they broke into the U.S. music scene. So in the beginning, when they first started touring in the U.S., they were the opening band for Kiss. And the two guys, Rush and Kiss, they loved each other. Because same thing, they were Jewish, raised in New York. And same thing, the parents so hard on them and becoming... So and then it made sense about Kiss. You know why they wore the makeup? Was because the parents were like, the stress of doing all these things, but when you put the makeup on, you could be something else. So it was breaking away and finding that identity growing up. So if you look at the old videos in the early 70s, those guys were, Kiss and Rush, they were really close with each other. But it was the stresses of the family on them, and then developing that rock star persona, your identity. I'm not fans of either of them. I don't mind Rush, like Rush is cool Toronto, but Kiss, I'm not a fan. But I like those stories. From here to cut. And my other favorite mother in Toronto was my old flatmate, Melissa. Her mother's Austrian, born and raised in Austria. And she's like one of those, really strong Austrian accents. Cigarette one hand, wine in the other, and loud. Talks like crazy. So when I first moved in with Melissa, her mom was like, where's this hairdresser? I want to meet this hairdresser. So she says to me, my mom's coming over on Sunday. She wants to come for dinner and she wants to meet you. I said, cool. And then she says, whatever you do, don't talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm like, what? So when you say to me, don't talk about, don't do something, I'm going to do it. First thing I'm going to do. Don't tell me don't do something because I'm going to do it. Her mom comes over and she comes in the living room. She says, oh, you're the hairdresser. We started the small talk, and Melissa's in the kitchen. She's all stressed because her mother's so strict Austrian. You know, you do something wrong at dinner, she's going to tell you. She's trying to make everything perfect. And so she sits down and I go, so what's with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Melissa's in the kitchen. She goes, I'm like, oh, Arnold, you know, when I was 12, he was my boyfriend. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best. Melissa's like, pops her head in the living room. She goes, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I'm like, oh, let's talk about Arnold. This is great. She says, oh, you know, he'll send me Christmas cards every year.
No way.
Yeah.
That would be the thing to ask about.
Arnold doesn't forget where he comes from. He doesn't forget the people where he comes from. I'm like, oh, that's my other favorite Toronto mom. Melissa's mom. Yeah, Toronto and the diversity. And I had some of my kids growing up. There was a lot of Polish kids I hung out with. They had the best moms because they would feed you pierogies and cabbage rolls and, oh, you name it, kielbasa.
Oh, yeah.
You learn to speak a little bit Polish. You go, dzień dobry, ja jestem Mateusz. They go, oh, yeah, Mateusz, oh, yeah, kielbasa, kielbasa, pierogi. Just feed you, like little white kid, little skinny white kid speaks a little bit of Polish. Oh my God, that's your ticket to a meal right there. Oh, you must stay, your cabbage rolls. I'm gonna thaw the cabbage rolls.
You're making me hungry.
Polish moms are the best. Well, they're all the best. You know, all the moms are the best. But yeah, because they spend a lot of their Sundays prepping food and deep freezing it. Because you never know when someone comes over, and then I come over and say a little Polish. Next thing you know, they're thawing things from the deep freeze. I will cook. The daughter's like, Mom, you don't have to cook for him. Like, no, I will cook. Yeah, we're gonna do like, oh, tight.
Sure.
Yep. And blast of hairspray. But you can see, I'll show you now before we do it, because you can kind of see the curls and everything. Like if with shorter hair, there's less weight on it. So you can see like the wash and wear is gonna be cool.
Okay.
It's really cool. It's actually a really cool Wellington haircut. And the best thing is just throw it over your ears. So it's actually a super cool haircut, especially because you're going into summer anyway. If you're going back to Toronto, it's good for your summer. But like I said, this is retro haircuts. We're going to do a retro blow dry with the round brush.
What are you going to do there?
No, it's just at the airline. But come and see me before you go back to Toronto, and I'll give you another little cleanup on the plane. Make sure you get on the plane all fresh. But it's, you know, it's not short in the back. You got some length in the back there. It's just natural. It's a natural hairline, that's all. No reason to be worried about it. Wow. So we need the blast of hairspray. This is your job. You hold it up to here. You can hold it up.
Okay.
And I will blast it. with.
I've never seen this before.
I got one over here I'm going to use. It's like I'm putting you in my movie. Like Married to the Mob or something. People with hair like this used to chain smoke.
Yeah,
That's so
good.
cool. Look how big it is. So cool.
It's fun to shake because
Oh, definitely. Like you've never had this in your life. You'll never have this in your life again. There's no reason to do this with your hair ever, except for with me. But that amazing?
so retro.
Oh my God. I want to adopt you and keep you in Wellington forever with like hair like this.
Too funny.
Oh my goodness. You can do your hair like that on our wedding day. As long as I'll marry you as long as we get to do the chairs.
Oh.
Oh, this is awesome. Spin. Ooh. Coffee. Coffee.
Are you saying coffee or coffee?
Coffee, like quaff, like
Yeah.
like the French, but it sounds like also good, like a Brooklyn accent. That could be like coffee.
Yeah, that's
Let's
not
go
bad.
for coffee.
Coffee.
Or the hair is coffee. Yeah, it's kind of a mix of things. So let's take some photos after. And just come over here and just stand up with that wall in the backdrop there. Get some after shots of you. So cool. Cool. And you want to like leave it for 5 minutes so you can play with it, and then we can wash it out and do modern.
Yeah, just like shake it.
Yeah, just hang out, sit in a chair and play and look in the mirror, do what you want. But as soon as I wash it out, you'll never have it again. Unless you want to. Do you want to go to your potluck with it like that tonight?
I don't think so.
No, because the way you dressed and you showed up was. I mean, it'd be funny, but you're not.
I don't know many of the people.
Well, that's true. You're trying to fit in. You show up there and you're like, oh, like
They'll
my.
think I'm from the 70s, like, yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter so much.
Well, in Wellington, you get away with it. Like I wouldn't worry about it. You get
True.
away with everything here. I would go out tonight with it. Because you know what it's going to look like when you're going to just take a shower and shake it.
Mm.
You know what it's going to look like already because I showed you.
Yeah.
I'll leave it for 5 minutes because I think it'd be funny if you showed up with it. Nah, no, you just play with it. I'm not going to rush you. I'm just going to grab a tea.